Shalom, welcome to my channel, The Hebrew Bible. This is Moses Gumadi, and in this video we'll talk about God turning a curse into a blessing in Parashat Balaq. Balaq was a king of Moab, Balaq the son of Zippor. Vayar Balaq ben Zippor et kol asher asa Yisrael la Emori. So Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites, Emori. So Balak was the king of Moab, Ben Zippor. The name of the wife of Moses, Zipporah, is also similar, Zippor. Zipporah is the feminine, Zippor is the masculine, and the word basically means a bird. Okay, of course, they have no relationship here. These guys are Moabite. And what did he do? He was afraid, and people were distressed because of the children of Israel. Vayakatz Moab mifnei bnei Israel. In front of the children of Israel, they were totally distressed. Okay. Now, so what did he do? He sent messengers to Balaam the son of Beor. In English we pronounce it as Balaam, but in Hebrew, Balaam ben Beor. Balaam ben Beor. So, from where? Petorah. Petorah means to Pethor. So this he in the end after Pethor is called a directional he in the Hebrew grammar, meaning, for example, Mitzrayim is Egypt. Mitzrayimah, ending with a he, means to Egypt or towards Egypt. So that directional he is a feature in the Hebrew grammar that you can find once in a while. So Petorah means to Pethor or towards Pethor. Okay, so he sent messengers to Balaam the son of the Beor to do what? To basically curse the children of Israel. So that's what we read. Okay, well, let's come to Balaam. His name was Balaam, Ain. Now, there is a supposition here that his name is derived from Balaam. Bal means not. It's a negation. There are three particles, as we call them in Hebrew grammar, which are words of negation. That is lo. For example, lo ami, not my people, etc. So lo is something lamed aleph with a lamed cholam. And Aleph. Okay, so that's lo. Everyone knows that's the gem. There is also another word, al. God said to Abraham, al tira. So don't fear. So al is also a negative word, a negative particle, means not. Bal as well, especially this word occurs in the Psalms, also maybe elsewhere, but mostly in poetic places. And here is an example in the Psalm 16 where we read about the Lord. I have set the Lord always before me. I have placed the Lord always before me. Shiviti Adonai lenegedi. So this verse, based on this verse, people put in something known as juice, especially. They put in it's like a frame in front of them with the Lord's name displayed prominently and a lot of other verses and a menorah basically made of Hebrew letters in order to meditate. So I have placed the Lord in front of my eyes. That's the way they look at it. And in that particular verse, we read here, Bal emot. So I shall not be moved. So that not is Bal. And therefore, Balaam means not people. There could be another derivation, though I think it is probably remote. You say Baal means Baal is a master, Lord or master of the people. Which people? His people, of course. You could perhaps interpret that, but I'm not quite sure if that is how it was derived. In any case, let's get to the point. So what happened? The guy Balaq, this parasha is named after that Balaq. Balaq, the son of what is his name? Balaq, the son of Zippor. Sorry, we said it is Zippor, isn't it, earlier? Yes, Balak, son of the Zippor, sent messengers to Balaam to curse. And what did he say? Come now, therefore, I pray you, curse for me this people. Where ata means now, lacha. Now, please, now means please, lacha means walk towards me or come. Ara is curse for me. Who et ha'am hazeh, this particular people. Why? They're too much, I won't be able to prevail, etc. Why is he calling Balaam? Because he says, et asher tevarech mevorach, whom you will bless, they shall be blessed. So the word barach is there here. Et asher tevarech mevorach. Va asher taor you are. Va asher taor you are. So this word here, taor, you are, they're all related. Similarly, tevarech and mevorach are related. So whoever you bless is blessed, whoever you curse is cursed. And so the words are arar, the aleph resh is the root which means to curse. And the word for blessing, of course, is barach, beth resh chet. No, not chet, I'm sorry. Chaf, beth resh chaf, to bless. So, this phrase that we just read, that Balak said to Balaam, whoever you bless is blessed, whoever you curse is cursed, in fact was said to Abraham by God. And it looks like, he's perceived of that stature, if you will. He was worshipping the Lord. Who? Balaam. Balaam was worshipping the Lord. And so here the Lord appears to Abraham. Let's look at this verse here in Genesis 12 verse 3. Va avaracha mevarachecha. So whoever, I will bless them that bless you. Kalelelecha aror. Kalelecha aror. So who and will curse him that curseth you. So that's what he's saying. Okay, so the word used is kalal, kof lamed. It's an interesting thing here is that it's not that who arars, he will arar. I'm sorry, I'm just using that anglicization here to illustrate the point. So he's not using the arar like the previous root that we saw, but in fact he's using a different word. So this kalal means to diminish or to reduce or like belittle. Maybe you can say vex and all those kind of words you can bring in. But whoever tries to diminish, by the way, this word was used in the case of the waters that diminished after the flood was over in the times of Noah. It says that the waters were diminished. The word kalal is used, or the root kalal is used there. And therefore, we read here that I will curse him that curseth thee. Here, that curseth thee. So, whoever curses, he may not actually curse very intensively. Even if he diminishes, he will be cursed. That's the way God said it to Abraham. So you better be careful about dealing with Abraham and I think his family, isn't it? Right. So Genesis chapter 27 verse 29 is the blessing that Isaac gave to his son Jacob. Of course, thinking that, it is Esau. Esau is a Ain. There he says, Orrecha Arur. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee. Orrecha Arur. Umwarachecha Baruch. Umwarachecha Baruch. So blessed be he that blesseth thee. Okay. So here the words are consistent. Arar and Aru, Arar and Barach. Okay. Now, so this is what happened, and he complied, and of course he said, no, let me go and ask God. And if you read that portion, the book of Numbers, chapter 22, 23 and 24, you will read this story. There is another video I have done on this subject, but on the title of the angel of the Lord, where the donkey speaks. I will provide a link below which you can read about it, and I'm going to deal with certain other things in that video. But in any case, basically, the Lord first says, no, don't go, and Balaq sends more people, more honorable people, and says, hey, I will pay you this and that, I'll make you great, and blah, blah, blah. And he goes eventually on his donkey with a couple of people, his servants. And so as he goes, the angel of the Lord appears. In the end, we see that the donkey talks to Balaam. Right. And in the end, Balaam could not curse. He tells Balaq to prepare for the sacrifices, and he sacrifices a couple of times and all that stuff. The Lord appears and tells things, don't curse. And in the end, this is what Balaam says. And he took up a parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor, Neum Balaam beno Beor. The son of Beor said, what did he say? Uneum hagever shetum ha'ain. Whose eyes are open? Shetum ha'ain. Whose eye is open. So what is he claiming, this fellow? He's saying that the eye of his mind is open. He's able to pray to God, and God comes and answers to him. That's what is happening. He knows how to approach God, and God appears to him, even though his intentions weren't very good. It looked like he had been a seer, as in like some sort of a sage among the Gentiles, and he knew the Lord, YHWH, the Lord Adonai. He knew him, and he probably worshipped him. And here he fell for this money, right? Because he was offered money and position by Balaq. He went to curse the children of Israel. The Lord prevented him, and he says, okay, this is what I'm saying, whose eyes are open. Not only whose eyes are open, he says, Neum Shomea Imre El. He who has heard the words of God, I'm speaking. So he says he has heard the words of El. Not only that, Machzeh Shaddai Yechezeh. The vision of the Shaddai Almighty. Shaddai is one of the titles of God. So Machzeh Shaddai Yechezeh. Machzeh is vision. Chazon means also vision. So the verb chaza is actually to see a vision. So he's saying that who envisioned the vision of Shaddai, who saw the vision of Shaddai. So he is essentially claiming to be a spiritual person who has heard the words of God and has seen spiritual visions of God and has divine insight. That is what he's claiming. In fact, in verse 16 he says, Ve'yodea da'at elyon. Oh, he knows the knowledge of the Most High, of Elyon. See, the word Elyon and Shaddai occurs In fact, the Shaddai occurs here in the same verse. In 24:16 we read, Machzeh Shaddai Yachzeh. This again occurs here. And Veyodea Da'at Elyon. So he knew the knowledge of the Most High. These two words, Elyon, Most High, and Shaddai, the Almighty, also occur in Psalm 91 verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. That's what we read in the King James Version. There, both Elyon and Shaddai are mentioned. Okay. I have mentioned these, I have videos on Elyon as well as Shaddai as well as a part of my Divine Titles series, which I will leave the links, for which I will leave the links below in the description. Please look at them. Alright, so this guy is basically claiming to be a spiritual person who knows the things of God. And what is he supposed to, what is he saying? And what else? He fall into the trance, and having his eye open, he is now speaking an oracle or a prophecy. Nofel uglui einaim. So he has fallen, but having his eyes open. What does he say? Oh, how goodly are your tents, O Jacob. Ma tohu ohalecha Yaakov. Oh, how wonderful, how good are your tents, or your tabernacles, Jacob. He is viewing them from a vantage point on one of the hills in the land of Moab, just on the east of River Jordan in those days. And he's looking down upon the camps of Israel, nicely camped up in an orderly way. If you read in the book of Numbers, you see how these 12 tribes are, encamped surrounding the tabernacle in the center. There is a particular order to that. And when they get up and go, there is an order in which they all get up and go. And when they settle down in a certain order. It is not like, trash and rubbish and, sewage passing through in sort of an appearance of a refugee camp. Not at all. Don't ever think that that's how the Israelites went about in the wilderness. Not at all. A God is a God of order. We read in the book of Genesis that when he made creation, he separated out the heavens and the earth, and he drew borders basically. He separated out the waters from the dry land. Everything has its own place. Everything has its own purpose. Nothing that he does is done in vain. Nothing that he does is done just like that. Everything is done for a purpose and in an orderly way. So he does with them, and he looks at this guy, looks at Balaam, looks at their tents and the tabernacles and says, Ma tohu ohalecha Yaakov. And in the end he says, Mevarachecha Baruch. Blessed is he that blesseth thee. He who blesses you, may he be blessed. Ve'orecha arur. And cursed is he that curses you. So what happened now? He has gotten into the control of God. He went into a trance. His eyes are open, and he is now delivering the oracle or a prophecy. To do what? To curse the people of God? To curse the children of Israel? No. He's blessing them. He's saying, blessed is he that blesseth thee. This is the very same thing, wasn't it, that Balaq said about Balaam. So, Balaq. Balaq said about Balaam the same thing, that, whoever you bless will be blessed, whoever you curse will be cursed. But no, I think this thing has changed. Right. So now we have some wonderful people here who have, of course, in the past cursed, and unfortunately, very famous people, leaders of the church. Here we have Martin Luther. He wrote a book called The Jews and the Lies, and he calls them accursed people. What authority does he have? Look at this. accursed people. Not acceptable at all. This is horrible. Saint Jerome, he compares them to Judas and say they are accursed. God will turn their prayers into sins. Really? We have this fellow, Hilary of Poitiers. It seems he's a French bishop, a very famous guy, in the 300s. I don't want to even read it. You can look at it. Horrible statements. These are the modern Balaams. Modern Balaams that look at this one here. St. John Chrysostom. What rubbish is he talking? I don't want to even read it. These fellows are highly reputed saints and they think rubbish. And these fellows have been doing this for 2,000 years. I'll tell you what's going to happen. We read in Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 4 and 5. Because they hied against thee, Balaam the son of Beor, Ve'asher sochar alecha et Balaam ben Beor. What did they do? The Lord nevertheless, and what did they do from Mesopotamia? To curse them. Lekalelecha, to curse. And so what did the Lord do? YHVH Adonai Elohecha lecha et hakelala livracha. So the Lord turned the curse into a blessing. He turned the curse into a blessing. So what these guys have to say has no bearing whatsoever. So here is the thing I'll tell you. Now, this is what God said long ago to Moses in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30. What is it that the Jews are supposed to do? Are they supposed to do what you and I tell them? And what are they supposed to do? What the church tells them to do? Not at all. We read here that, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, that's the children of Israel, and the blessing and the curse. God is the only one who can pronounce curses, and he has in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 29, to those who violate the laws of the Torah and commit some horrible sins, and those are all named and written down in the book of Deuteronomy. However, there is a reversal for that curse. And what is the reversal? When these people are punished and when they are sent all over the nations, wherever God sends them, there in that place, Veshavta ad Adonai Elohecha, when you shall return unto the Lord thy God, to Adonai, to YHWH, to him. You have to return to him. Veshamata bekolo, if you hear his voice, kechol asher anochi metzavecha hayom, all that I have commanded you this day. Which day? Or that particular day that God has told to Moses. All the message of repentance, all the gospel of repentance and coming back to God, receiving back the blessing, is all there already in the Torah. You read Deuteronomy chapter 30. It's there. And what is it that they must do? Well, they must do not what the church tells them to do. They must do what Moses told them to do. It is written. Now, if we don't want to believe what is written here in the book of Deuteronomy, you might as well throw out your Old Testament into the bin. Because there are a lot of people, Christians, don't believe what is written in the Old Testament, but they think that, oh, now it's all changed. No, it ain't changed. The Jews are going to go by what is given to them. And so here, this is verse 3, So we have that, what happens when they return to the Lord their God? The Lord will turn their captivity. Veshav Adonai Elohecha is, he will turn. Et Shevuthecha. So their turning back or their captivity will be returned. and will have mercy. Verichamecha. So he will have racham. Racham is mercy. Veshau kibetzeka. So he's going to have, he's going to return them and gather them. Mikol ha'amim, from all the nations that he has sent them into. And that is what he's going to do according to his own word. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon. And please do make a comment, and I will come back to you with another video as soon as I can. Thank you very much.